ancient travelers from the 19th galaxy. 54 billion years ago, they crossed the stars and entered this system. In the beginning, the earth was without form, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. It was here, upon this ocean planet, that their mission began. They carried with them the seed of life. To awaken a silent world, they used their genetics fused with the planet's aquarium life forms, weaving strength of the waters. In this design, they forged a vessel, a body both water-resistant and adaptable. Within its veins flowed the gift of O blood, a universal code. From these waters, life germinated. Over vast ages, the seed evolved, and something greater emerged.
ElleLugua, half woman, half human, half amphibious. I want to talk about the creatures that we will start seeing now in 2026. I made contact with this amphibious woman last night, and she wanted me to tell her story. She is super, super sweet. She just found out recently that she is an amphibious creature that is also human, and she comes from a lineage of them. She was not aware of it growing up, but she is showing me there was a time where she was walking into the dining room next to a kitchen. She has two siblings that are light-skinned. She's light-skinned as well. She has straight hair. She likes to straighten her hair a lot because I don't see it curling up. Like I just see her saying, and do, because she likes straighten her hair, and her hair is to her like breast level. Very super pretty woman. While she's walking to the table to go meet with her siblings, she starts feeling things crawling through her body, stretching, piercing her body. And she's telling me this, she said, this is the most pain I've ever had in my entire life. She said it's worse than period cramps. She never had a baby. She doesn't have any children. But I get that she's early 20s at least. And she said that those gills started morphing, coming out of her back. They started coming out of the side of her neck. Her fingers started shriveling up like a frog, a toad. I started seeing like the gills started forming on the side of her ankles. I believe that's what you call it, on the side of her ankles. And she was starting to turn into an amphibious creature. And so I'm like, whoa, she's showing me, she's simulating the whole thing that happened in her grandmother's house. I do not see her parents being there. I don't see her parents being in the picture at all. I see that she was raised by her grandmother. Now, note how I said that her siblings and her are light-skinned, so I believe that they're like a mixed breed. They could be blacker, you know. We never know with black folks. We a little bit of everything, you know. But her grandmother, while she's morphing, she's flopping around the floor, and she's trying to figure out what's going on. I mean, she's grabbing and holding her body into this fetal type of position, and her siblings is yelling, Grandma, come in. Something's going on with ElleLugua. Something's going on with her. And so Grandma immediately looks at her, and she's like, oh my goodness. Like she sees that this day was coming. Okay? So I'm going to stop right here. Some of y'all parents, some of y'all grandmothers especially, know what type of lineage y'all come from, but they can't tell you, or they want you to live a normal human life until that day comes. But she wasn't expecting it to happen right now, you know? So the grandma comes in, she looks like a copper colored woman, very dark. I mean, her skin looks so beautiful with gray hair, coily hair. It reminds me off of that movie Beloved. I believe Oprah Winfrey in her younger years, I believe the grandmama took her to the woods and started praying over her. I remember seeing on Beloved that dark copper colored woman, and I think she was wearing all white, and she worked with the land. Remember, she had to bless her in the middle of that wooded area, the forest. Super scary movie, but it has deep meaning. She looked it just like her. So she grabs ElleLugua's hand, walk her to the kitchen, makes her get on top of the countertop, puts her feet in the sink, and she has her, soaking off her feet. And she's in the other area of the sink. You know, there's two areas of the sink. She fills up the sink, takes a little bucket and pours water over her top of her head. And she just keeps doing that, She said, that's all I remember was my grandmama putting water over me, because all I could think about was water. I need water, lots and lots of water, because the air quality was different for her when she started morphing. She couldn't deal with this type of air quality. She couldn't deal with the type of water to an extent. And she said, that's all I remember was my grandmama putting all that water over me. Then I woke up in this large house that was like a school.